What if I told you that Samsung's latest foldable just changed the game, but still managed to disappoint? Sounds confusing, right? Well, that's exactly what's happening with the Galaxy Z Fold 7. It's bigger, thinner, and packed with upgrades. But there's one issue that could hold it back. Samsung just revealed the first look at the Z Fold 7, and while at first glance it might seem like an incremental update, the moment you dig deeper, things get very interesting. This could be the biggest leap in foldable design since the original Z Fold. But is it enough? Or is Samsung still playing it safe? Let's break it down. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know whether this is the foldable of your dreams or just another expensive experiment. First, let's talk about what's new. The Z Fold 7 is bringing the biggest display Samsung has ever put in a foldable. Right now, the Oppo Find N5 holds the record with an 8.12-inch inner screen. But Samsung is taking it up a notch, pushing 8.2 inches. To put that into perspective, that's a 0.6-inch jump over the Z Fold 6. And let's be honest, one of the biggest complaints about Samsung's foldables was that they didn't feel that much bigger than regular smartphones. Well, this time, Samsung has gone all in on screen real estate. But here's the real game changer: the cover display. For years, Samsung stuck with a narrow 6.2-inch outer screen, which made using the phone folded up awkward. Now that's finally changing. The Z Fold 7 gets a wider, more practical 6.5-inch cover display. That means typing, scrolling, and even using apps one-handed will feel much more natural. And speaking of dimensions, this foldable is also getting thinner. When folded, it's just 9.5 millimeters. When unfolded, only 4.5 millimeters. That's a huge step forward, making it one of the slimmest foldables ever. So far, things are looking great, but here's where it gets complicated. Now, before you get too excited, there are a few things that might make you rethink your purchase. First, let's talk cameras. Samsung is bringing the same 200-megapixel sensor from the S25 Ultra, which is fantastic. But there's still no periscope zoom lens. That means no 5x or 10x optical zoom. Instead, we're stuck with a 3x telephoto lens. For a phone that's supposed to be Samsung's most premium foldable, this feels like a missed opportunity. And then, there's the battery. You'd think with a bigger display and a thinner body, Samsung would have upgraded the battery, right? Well, they didn't. The Z Fold 7 still comes with a 4,400 mAh battery. Think about that. More screen to power, but the same battery size. That's like upgrading a car's horsepower, but keeping the same tiny fuel tank. It just doesn't add up. Yes, Samsung might optimize power efficiency with a new processor and software improvements. But let's be real. Battery life was already just average on the Z Fold 6. So don't expect any major improvements here. So where does that leave us? Is the Z Fold 7 the foldable to beat? Or is it just another safe, predictable upgrade? Well, here's the thing. This is still Samsung's most refined foldable yet. The bigger and wider displays, thinner design, and improved cameras make it one of the most exciting foldables in years. But at the same time, Samsung is still holding back. The lack of a bigger battery and periscope zoom lens feels like a deliberate move to save major upgrades for the next model. If you're coming from a Z Fold 5 or older, this is a fantastic upgrade. But if you own the Z Fold 6 or the Special Edition, the differences might not be worth it. The real question is, should you buy the Z Fold 7, or is Apple's foldable iPhone coming to change everything? Well, if you're curious about how the iPhone 16e compares to the iPhone 16, click here to watch that next. I'll see you in that video. With that said, thanks for watching Techie Sumit, and until next time.